All right, I've got to share with you this absolute nightmare of an exercise that I've been working on these past few days. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. I'm a glutton for punishment, I guess. But let me know if you can figure it out before I break it down for you. So here it goes. Got it? All right, so this is like a big nightmare polyrhythm coordination thing that I've been working on. I've always kind of done singles, doubles over groups of 3 in the kick. I've also dabbled with singles, doubles, paradiddles with groups of 5 in the kick. And this is that exercise, singles, doubles, paradiddles, really mostly just paradiddles though, with 3s in the kick, 5 in the left foot. So what I would like to do is break down each of these individually and then kind of show you how they all line up together. So first up is singles, doubles, paradiddles with every third note in the kick. So what I think is really important to acknowledge about polyrhythms and doing stuff like this is making sure that your brain is processing it in every way possible, right? There's 2 sides to this coin. You can think of it as you're playing 16th notes with your hands and you're playing dotted quarters with your feet, but you should also challenge yourself to think of it as playing quarters in your feet and that you're playing triplets with your hands. So being able to like mentally shift what your brain is thinking about really shows that you have a handle, a firm grasp on both sides of the polyrhythm. So we're going to do the same exact thing with groups of 5, right? So singles, doubles, paradiddles with the hands, and then every 5th note on the kick and hi-hat together, right? So that will be this. So you should really force yourself to think about both sides, just like we did with the 3s, right? You are thinking about it as 16th notes, and your kick is playing every 5th note, or this is the quarter note, and your hands are playing quintuplets, right? It's kind of like you're doing the same thing, right? There's nothing that's physically changing. It's just your brain is kind of flipping it. And again, this will expose you to both sides of the polyrhythm. So now for the final boss, we're going to do 3 in the kick, every 5th note in the left foot, and then those singles, doubles, paradiddles with the hands. So the first thing that I did when learning this, and everyone's going to be a little bit different, is we have learned how this works with each side individually, right? We've done snare and 3, snare and 5. But what I would like to do is do the 3 and 5 together. So this is where it gets kind of weird. So that's where I started with this. Then you add the hands. And then it's just about trusting your hands to play singles, doubles, and paradiddles and not breaking the rhythmic value. For an extra layer of difficulty, again, just like we did before, think about each foot as the quarter note. Shift your perspective. Make your way around. 16ths, quarter note, show it some love. And you'll find that it'll take your head for a spin. But anyways, here's the whole exercise. the sequence is long, especially on the paradiddle side of things. What's the practicality here, you might ask? Great question. There's not a lot of direct practicality with an exercise like this. However, just stretching your brain out, forcing yourself to think about different rhythms and the way things line up in different rhythms will only make every other aspect of your groove stronger, right? If I can do this exercise, then that means I have X more brain power to think about what's going on in my surroundings when I'm doing. So that's why, at least that's why I do these types of exercises. But anyways, if you are a fellow glutton for punishment and would like to try this out, check it out. I've included the transcription. It's a little chaotic to read. I apologize, but message me if you have any questions. Hope you enjoy.